Hello, my fellow humans, and welcome back to another daily dice where we ask a dice for message to find out what that is. Keeping in mind that these are general readings, so please take what resonates, leave what does not. Knowing that as you interact with the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing, it does allow me an opportunity to directly connect with your energy and get you out more resonant readings. Also, if you are interested in supporting the channel further, you will find all the links below in the description box in order to do so. You can also send me an email for a personal reading where I will get you out further information. And you can also follow me on over to my podcast where it's just a fun, chill hangout session with yours truly. And I do hope to see you there. So that being said, let's go ahead and get into your reading and find out what is today's daily dice source. What messages do you have for my fellow humans? What would you like them to know? What messages do you have for my fellow humans today's source? What is today's daily dice? Okay, so we've got Gemini, we've got second house, and we've got the North Node. So it does feel like your path of purpose has something to do with communication here. You are communicating or teaching others, right? Like teaching them how to live life in a certain way or how to be. And it does feel like you're about to come into a place that's very, very abundant for you. Right? The second house is our house of finances. Okay? On its base level, we're talking about finances and income. But this is also your possessions, your self-esteem, the things that you own, the desires that you have in life. You want a mansion, a yacht, a rowboat, whatever it is you want. Your comfort, your self-care, your work ethics, your values, your daily routines. You've done what is necessary. You did the work. You showed up. You did what you needed to do to be seen, to show Source that you were serious about this journey. A lot of people want to manifest, but so many people are not willing to put in the work to manifest what they want. They just really think like, oh, well, I've worked hard my whole life, but not done anything to make myself better, not done anything to go towards my dream. I should just have my dream laid in my lap because I've had a hard life. But that's not what it is. Everybody has a hard life, right? There's not a single person in the world that doesn't struggle, because that's what we live in, is a world of dualism. And because of our duality. And because of that duality, it means that we're going to experience really good goods, bad bads, the high highs, the low lows. But you chose not to let that be a deciding factor in how you approach life. She said, cool, like this is how things are going to be. So I'm going to keep showing up and I'm going to keep doing what I need to do. This is what I love to do. This is what I keep getting drawn to. This is what my passion is. And I'm really passionate about this. I keep showing up for it. So, Source, look, this is what I want to manifest. I want this to be what pays me, and I want to be financially free, financially independent. I want to have stability in regards to this and what I love doing. You weren't afraid to say it. You were like, look, this is what I want. And Source is like, all right, if you're serious about it, keep showing up. And it's almost like you're like, that's it? I just got to show up? That's everything? You're like, yeah. But it's not as simple as it sounds, right? Because there are days when you don't want to show up, or days when you're questioning it, or days when you're feeling like you're not worthy of getting what you're asking for, or days when you're like, oh my gosh, like, is this really what I'm supposed to be doing? Like, shouldn't I be seeing some sort of something from this by now? And so you're like, and Source just keeps telling you, just keep showing up. And you're like, I am. So it's like, just keep showing up. You're like, but when am I going to see it? And they just say, keep showing up. And you're like, okay. But you see, like, at first you're like, all right, cool, that's it. And then as you go, you're like, all right, as you're exhausted from it. But it's all of that and all those struggles that has put you in this place of coming into your destined path. This is you overcoming the lessons you were meant to overcome. This is you letting go of those hardships and those beliefs that were keeping you from manifesting your truth. The longer you stayed true to this path, the more you learned about yourself. And that's exactly why Source kept saying, just show up. Just keep showing up. Keep showing up. Keep showing up. You're exhausted, keep showing up. You're about to give up, keep showing up. It was like every time you just kept coming, and that was it. And now they're showing you that you're walking the path that one day you prayed to walk. Like if you stopped and looked at the path that you've gone, and you look at where you started at, where you are right now is nowhere near where you started. You're an entirely different person. Why do you think that is? Because Source asked you to keep showing up, and you did. You did what Source asked you to do. It didn't make it easy. Boom. Sacred Ibis, learning. But you learned the value in the lesson. You learn the value in overcoming the hardships. You learn the value in saying, this is really hard for me to do, but I cannot, like, it's almost like you couldn't stop putting hands on it. Right? It's like, I'm so passionate about this, I have to touch it. I have to do it. Like, even when you're like, I'm so ready to throw in the towel, you might have walked away for 2 days, and then after that, you're like, I can't. I simply can't. I just can't. I can't do it. I have to do this. Like, there's something about it that just kept calling you back, calling you back, calling you back. Look, we have 222 all coming out together. 2 is all about trusting the process. Trusting in the process. And Source coming in, look, I got you. I got you, babe. It was never meant to be easy. If it was easy, more people would do it. Isn't that interesting? But look, you're in this place of really connecting with your soul's music, the melody of your heart, the harmony of your soul. It's like being able to live from your heart and know that what you're doing is something that you were always meant to do, even if it was difficult to get involved in it or start or to keep going. You're doing what was necessary. Gemini. We have Gemini energy again. So you could be Gemini, or Gemini, there could be a Gemini in your life that changed your life, or there's going to be a Gemini that comes into your life soon. But we have curiosity, curiosity, intellect, and networking. That's something that you've learned. You've learned to network. You've learned to communicate with others by communicating what you want from Source. Let's get another one of these, Source. Thank you. On the bottom, opposition, imbalance, a point of tension, and a power struggle. That's what it's been for you. This is you fighting your emotional ego so that you could come into this place of being humbled by the experience. It's like, my emotional ego needs to know this, that, and the other. And your soul's like, we just know this to be true, so let's go. And that's where the struggle came from. It was difficult for you to just go into that place of flow, but that's what you were learning along the way. Learning to trust this process. Venus energy. Again, with house 2, Venus and Taurus all go together. You have give and receive love, find value, and see beauty. Again, this idea of finances, having self-love, self-care in your life, being able to receive, becoming a magnetic individual to what it is that you desire. You're bringing that in now. And it hasn't been easy. Right? Do you think that clams and oysters make a pearl overnight? I don't know how long it takes, but I know it takes quite a while for them to make a pearl. Like, I know it takes a long time. That's what Source is showing you, all your vulnerabilities. This strikes a chord, that strikes a chord, this hurts, that feels uncomfortable. North Node is stepping into discomfort. Like, that's what it is, you know. South Node is clinging on to what's comfortable. And so the North Node says, I'm done holding on to this. I need something new. And it's not easy. It never was meant to be. But look, again, this idea of coming from the heart. You healed your heart chakra, especially with Venus here. You've healed your heart chakra on a lot of different levels. And now it's like, what my heart wants matters, and you're communicating that. And it should matter. It should matter to you. And that should be enough drive for you to go after what it is that you want. But sometimes it's not. Sometimes that's not enough drive. Okay, please have 2 more cards for this reading. Nothing is wasted. Number 63. This idea, you might get messages from birds too. We have vulture spirit. Yeah, nothing is wasted. Everything happened with purpose. Let's get one more. Slow and steady wins the race with turtle spirit. It's been slow and steady. You've done what you needed to do, exactly what they were saying. They're confirming what I was saying. A clam and an oyster, they don't make a pearl overnight. And pearls are very valuable. Very valuable, right? Not everybody finds value in them because they want diamonds, but pearls are more valuable than diamonds. Right? Because it's something that takes... It's a special thing because, I don't know if you know this, but mollusks and clams can be... They're like mollusks. Anything with a shell... The shell is made over billions of years in order for it to be something that can even reside a living being. So not only is this being residing in something that was created by nitrogen and phosphorus for years and years and years. I mean, billions of years. When you find a shell on the beach or something, I think this one's a man-made shell, but you'll get the idea. Right? When you find a shell on the beach, so you're not finding something that was just made. It may have been just uninhabited, but it's something that took a long time in order for it to be created. Right? I burned sage in this. So think about that for just a second. How symbolic is that to this reading? We're talking about the pearl here. Pearls are made from a grain of sand that get inside of a clam or an oyster, and it just rolls around and rolls around, and it gets covered in their mucus, and it builds and it builds. It might sound gross, but it's beautiful. It's this beautiful thing that happens from this weird process. Right? It is. It's weird. And this idea for a turtle spirit to come out, this slow and steady, wins the race. It's been a slow process. Look, I didn't even know, but look at what was on the bottom of the deck. Koala spirit, where spirit has a plan. Yeah, source is like, I got you. Shouldn't I say that earlier? I got you, babe. But that's the thing. It's like source is showing you that by you taking the steps needed and slowly going towards what you want, you're building something that no one else can rival. Many will follow suit, but you'll be a unique leader in the position that you're in. That's what makes it beautiful. It's unique. And it's unique to you, and it's unique to the fact that it's taken so long for you to get here, and I know it's exhausting. I know it is. But what you create is something that will impact the world in a very unique way. And I feel like for me to mention how shells are made and how long it takes, to think about that, you're going to impact the world for generations to come by you being you. And it might not be as far as generations around the world. That could just be your own familial generations. But imagine how strong that is. Imagine how powerful that is. My neck just popped twice. That's crazy. All right. So this is what I see for you. If you feel like this is your reading, leave a sunflower emoji down below and say, I blossom over time. Or I blossom slow and steady. To let Source know that you're okay with this beautiful energy coming in, this higher vibrational love. Leave me a thumbs up. I'm going to go ahead and leave it there and get on out of here. I do want to take a quick second, though, to thank your guide, your spirit messenger, Source, and my spirit guides for coming together to give us this message. And until next time, stay human. Bye.